Hello guys, welcome to Daddy Share Space and welcome to my garage shop. So right here I have an assortment of my Packout gear that I have in the shop. Over here on the bottom I have the Packout bag. I actually have two of these Packout bags. One of them is somewhere here in the shop. I have the Packout backpack right here. This is the bigger tote for hand tools. I have one of the half Packouts right here on this section. This is my ratchet set. Down here is just a clear top Packout, and then this I believe is the medium size black lidded Packout. This is the smaller size black lidded Packout. And then on the bottom is the large rolling base. So this is what I have so far in the Packout lineup. Now I've spoken in a video in the past about the fact that basically the thing that I don't like about the Packout is the fact that I have to basically take everything apart in order to get what was inside of the Packout. Now short of that, so far I like the durability. I haven't had any problems with durability up to this point, and it seems to be a decent little setup. So recently I was doing some auto repair on my truck, and I had to pull out my right angle impact, my big 1/2 inch impact, and my ratchets and such to work on my truck. And I realized, I was carrying each item one at a time, and I had tools just kind of strewn out on the ground. I still have some sockets on the floor here from that job. And what I realized, as I said before, this system has its benefits, but it could be improved upon. Now, I do know that Packout came out with some drawers, and I felt like that may be a better solution, especially for tools like this, so that I can have easy access. Right here is my ratchet set on this level, so that means I have to take off all three of these items to get to it. And then the rolling base that I have here, it has its limitations because of the fact that it's just the way that it's designed. You pull it back to roll it wherever you want to roll it to. It doesn't roll left to right. It only basically goes forward and backwards unless you tilt it back, and then you can kind of turn it in that fashion. So very limited in its ability to be moved about when you're using it, and in my opinion it's not as accessible as I would like it to be. So even though I'm not 100% happy with this particular setup, I am not going to get rid of it at this time, because it is good for basically if I want to take my tools somewhere else. It's a place where I can store them so that they don't have a bunch of dust and stuff collect on them. But working on my car the last time, it was a little bit of a pain, and I just want to make somewhat of an improvement on that. So I had an idea. So for improved mobility in the shop, I went ahead and I picked up this dolly, this Milwaukee dolly. It's part number 48-22-8410, and what this is going to do is give me the ability to be able to roll any Packout left, right, forward and backward without any complication. I can spin it around, and it does have a locking lever on the front, which gives me the ability to lock it in place. So that's going to give me a little bit more flexibility than the rolling base that I have here. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what it looks like. So it looks like there's a little bit of assembly required here. This particular box here, we have the 4 casters. So we'll pull those out. And they're rubber treaded casters, hard plastic on the center there. They don't appear to be super cheap, but I wouldn't necessarily say they were necessarily the highest quality caster. We've got a spring of some type here. This appears to be the locking lever or mechanism to be able to lock the dolly in place when that is required. So turning the frame upside down, so we've got the front here. You can see it's got the louvers for everything to lock in, everything pack out. So we're going to turn it over like this, with the front part facing forward. we got that one out. And we got the other one out. So we got 2 pins there, and we've got these 2 pins. So 2 locking pins and 2 pins. So it appears this fits in here like this. So there's a little location here, like a T spot right here, and it appears that the spring goes on top. So it looks like we're going to take this spring right here, and we're going to put it right here on top of this section here, like that. So it looks like we're going to take this portion and we're going to put this circle portion on top here. So we'll pop that on like that. And then you see these sections here. There's a hole down here. And then we'll put the pin through and then put the actual locking pin on the other side. And we'll do that on both sides. We'll do it here and then over there on the opposite side. So let's try to get that done now. So we've got the pin. Let's just slide it through here. And it looks like we need to push this down in order to get it in. So let's try to get that done. So I'm going to push this down and slide the pin through. And we'll do that on the other side as well. And as you can see here, we've got the pin in place on both sides. So we'll just put the locking mechanism through the holes on both of these pins here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the caster wheels on. Do they snap in or do they just sit in? Okay, they do snap in. Okay, so now we've got it in place. So this is basically a brake. So if you need to stop it when you're loading something on there, you can do that without having to lock the 4 caster wheels. Or actually, it looks like the 2 front caster wheels lock. And the back caster wheels do not. Or you could reverse that. If you wanted to, you could put the locking caster wheels on the back and leave the front to swivel. Looks like we're good and we're in place. So you can see how far those come through. And I'll just stop it to put things on it. Alright, so it looks like we've solved one of the problems in regards to working with the Packout. So let's see if we can take this to another level. So first up, let's see if we can get a little bit more functionality by adding this 2-drawer Packout. So in order to load it, it looks like I'm going to press down on the front and lock it in. And that works as advertised. You can spin the Packout around, move it wherever I need to move it in the shop, which is cool. Let's take a little look on the inside of the Packout and see what we have. So you've got this bar in the front, obviously, to keep it closed, like if you have it in a van or some kind of mobile system. And then push down here, and or actually this right here is to release the upper you know, Packout if you put it on top. On the inside we have these plastic dividers, which I'm not going to use those right now, but if I want to actually sort this area in here in a particular way, I can install it into these slots here to make out a specific design. Now, I picked up this particular version of the Packout simply because what I want to store in here is my 1/2-inch fuel impact. All right, so let's see if it fits, and it does fit. And that's with the battery. So since this is a heavier tool, I'm actually going to put it at the bottom. And I probably won't store these with the batteries on them because I use the batteries for other tools. So we're going to put that in there. And since I still have space, I'm going to add my 3/8 impact and put it in here. And finally, I'm going to put my 3/8 stubby. My 3/8 stubby impact, I'm going to put that in there. And that does give me a little room for some other things if I wanted to pop them in there. If I wanted to put batteries in there or maybe another stubby, it would fit. Actually, I can, although that doesn't sit like that, but the stubby looks like it can sit in this orientation or facing up, and it closes. So that means that I could actually put more stubbies in here if I wanted to in this drawer. So that's going to be my impact drawer. Or like, let's see if the other impacts will fit. So this is my 3/8 right angle impact, and it will not fit in this orientation. However, it does fit if I put it like this. If you take a look in there, you can see how it is fitting in the drawer. Let's see if I can get my last impact in there. That would be nice. So here I have my 1/2-inch right angle impact. I'm gonna lay it in this opposite orientation, and we're good to go. So now I have a place for all my Milwaukee impact wrenches. They will be stored in the bottom here, and I can roll this to wherever I need to work on my car. So the next drawer up, I'm going to store my ratchets in here for now. So I've got my 3/8 inch long handle ratchet, which will go in there. And I have my 1/4 inch ratchet and my 3/8 regular ratchet. So those will go in that drawer. And I think I'm also going to store in there this right here is my low-tech Harbor Freight torque wrench. So we're going to put that in here for now. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with in this section here. So that's already given me a little bit better organization as far as those. As long as I just leave those items in there, I can get to them very easily. Open up the drawer, grab what I need, and go. I can add sockets to those drawers if I want to. However, I think I can make this a little bit better. All right. Right here, we have a 3-drawer Packout with the bigger drawer on the bottom. It comes with more of the dividers, which I'm not going to use right at this time. And then it has 2 shallower drawers here for other items. So let's go ahead and lock that in position. Okay, so there you go. I can move that about pretty easily. I like that. And let's see, what do we want to put in here? So since I'm going to be doing auto repair, and this is basically going to be my auto repair station. One of the things I want to do is look back over here at this other Packout, and I want to take off these items. And I'm going to take my socket set, and it's going to be placed right here on top. So now when I go wherever I go to work on my car, I will be able to access my ratchets and sockets right here on top like this, and work up here. I'll be able to go in the drawers down here to access any other things that I'm going to put in here. So right now, as I look at this, I actually have some tools strewn out over the floor. So let's go ahead and load this thing up and see what we can get in there. So here I have a 1/2 inch ratchet, and that I think I'm going to store in here. Actually, for now, I think I'm gonna put my ratchets down here in this bottom portion, and I think I'm gonna try to put sockets in here. So I'm gonna come back and organize it a little bit better, but for right now, let's just see what we can get in here. So this here is a 1/2 inch extension and socket. Let's start putting sockets and stuff in this drawer here. Here I have, looks like another 1/2 inch socket, which I didn't know I had 2 of them, but now I know. This right here, I believe, is my Milwaukee. No, this is just another ratchet. This is a 1/4 inch. I'll put this in here. We've got an impact socket. I'm gonna drop that in here for now. And here I've got this, looks like a Husky 1/2 inch. And you see, because I would misplace my tools so often, that's how I ended up having so many different ratchets, wrenches, sockets and stuff. I'm hoping that this solution right here will give me the ability to kind of keep things organized, and as you see, I can, you know, take it to wherever I need it. So I'm going to have to just go through the shop and find all of my sockets. This right here is another 1/4 inch ratchet. This is the old Craftsman 3/8. We've got a 1/2 inch extension. Drop that in here for now. And this old Power Built double sided. It's got a 1/4 inch on one side and 3/8 on the other. Stubby ratchet. Okay, this looks like it's a 1/2 inch as well. Some old school socket, or ratchet rather. Alright, so I found my 11 Milwaukee socket here. I'm going to go ahead and put that back where it belongs. And also my Milwaukee extension. And these things have come up missing over time because I didn't know where I put them. This right here looks like a Craftsman 3/8. We're going to put that in here. We've got another 1/2 inch extension. Found this Pittsburgh 3/8 ratchet. Put that in there. And then another Craftsman 1/4 inch. This is ridiculous. You know, I don't know if it happens to you, but basically when I need a tool, I can never find it. And here, just in a short span of time, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ratchets. All because when I need one, I can't find it. So I'm hoping this actually helps with that. Now, I'm already seeing with the setup that I have here, it's looking pretty good so far. And I'm thinking I may want to get one of these for box wrenches. And I think a four level one would be good for that, because then they're thinner, meaning like flatter, and I can put box wrenches of different types. So I think I may do that to add another section to this. Okay, So let's see what else we got here. This is a set, a Quinn set that I bought recently. I bought this because I could not find a bunch of my sockets, and so I purchased it to help me get through the job that I was working on, and it did help with that. However, it also left me in a position where I have excess tools as a result. Alright, looks like I got my 1/4 inch Milwaukee. I've got a 1/4 inch extension here. We've got this angle, which I believe goes here, and this goes back in here. This is just an extra one, a different brand. I don't know how many of these sockets I'm going to be able to put in here. I'm going to empty these out for now, and I'll come back and sort this in a better way later. But we'll see what we can load this up with and see how it moves about. I think this is a 3/4 inch adapter to a 1 inch, and I don't even have a 3/4 inch ratchet. I don't even know why I have that. Got this Icon set of adapters. These are from Harbor Freight. So I'll put these two on top. So these sockets need to go. The adapters go down here. The sockets will go on top.